Alright, hope you guys can hear me good. We are doing another shipping session here. We sold a lot of things this weekend. You can see them all stacked up right here. 10 sales in total on my main eBay account. One big sale on my other eBay account that I use for sports cards that I sell. And a couple things from personal sales, actually not on eBay, but I'll be packing those up on stream as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I will pull up the browser here so you guys can see the sales real quick. What we sold. So this one just sold, so I haven't gotten that from the. Really like the music. This is the same music from last time. Maybe you just didn't like one of the songs. So this just sold, so I didn't actually get that from my storage this morning when I went there. It sold after I went. This just sold last night. So both these things we just listed on the last stream that we did. So that sold for $45. We sold these two lamps that we just listed on one of the other streams for $250. You guys saw that paid $40 each for these, so $80 in total. They sold for $250, so that was a nice sale. This we just listed on the last stream, so a lot of these things sold pretty quickly. And then we did a lot of sales this weekend of some Hearth and Hand stoneware. 3 of these sets of latte mugs, actually 4 of these sets of latte mugs for $140. We sold these 2 patchouli candles that we listed on one of the streams, 68 bucks for the 2. We sold 4 sets of cream salad plates for $272. We sold 4 sets of these cream mini bowls for $220. We sold 3 sets of these cream coffee mugs for $105. And 1 set of these Love You mugs for $38. So that is what we will be packing up here. Let me switch it back to the wide view and we'll get packing. So it's actually President's Day today, so this stuff doesn't even need to go out, but I got so much stuff that I wanted to go ahead and get ahead of it. Also, a lot of customers don't realize that it's a holiday, so a lot of times if I don't get it out on the Monday after it's sold this weekend, like say somebody bought it on Friday, usually I would ship that Monday, and if they don't get a notification that it was shipped on Monday, it's been like 3 days for them, and if they don't realize it's a holiday, a lot of times they'll write me a message saying, when will this ship? And I'll have to write them back and say it's a holiday. So that's another reason that if I print the labels, like I'm not going to be taking them to the post office today because they're closed, or the FedEx place for that matter. But if I print the label, they'll get the notification that says it was shipped, so they won't be writing me asking me, when's this going to ship? So, let me fix this cord up real quick so it's not dangling. Alright, let's get to the shipping. If you guys got any questions, put it in the chat. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button on this video. That'll help spread it around the internet. What am I trying to say? That'll help with the algorithm, so maybe it'll get shown to a few more people on YouTube, is what I'm trying to say. And if you're not subscribed and you like the content, make sure you subscribe. But no obligation to do any of that. But if you're enjoying it, it would help me a ton. And it looks like my computer shut down here for some reason, even though I just had it pulled up. So this computer's pretty old. Finished setting up the device. Remind me later. So a lot of times I have to restart it because it just, even though it sits here with nothing going on, it gets like memory bogged down for some reason, and I have to restart it a lot of times. But it looks like it's gonna work today. First try. So pull up all the stuff that's waiting for shipment here. If it's too bright, I could turn the brightness down a little. If this window here or this screen here is too bright, let me know and I can turn the brightness down a little bit. And if you have any friends or family that might enjoy watching the stream, you could go ahead and let them know. in case they didn't get the notification. So let me pull these up, minus the saw blade that I didn't get from the storage. And we'll get started. Alright, so I'm not going to go in any specific order here. Probably just start with the stuff on top of this pile, so I don't have to deconstruct the whole pile. So yeah. So we got these little manual 16mm film editing tools, rewinds I guess they call them, that sold. With a few little extras here. This was just the box I was keeping it in, but I think I'll repackage it in a different box so we can get rid of that. Let me get a drink real quick before I get going. All right. Let's see, what kind of box are we gonna put these in? I think I'll go with one of these, 12 by 6 by 6. Looks like a good size to fit these without jamming them in too badly. Maybe a tad bright. All right, I'll turn it down a notch. Here. Whoop, that's the wrong direction. All right, how's that? A little bit better? Let me know if that's a little bit better. That looks like it might be a little bit better. All right. So, I believe, according to my thing here, I paid $5 for these, and they sold for $45. And they're only going to Arizona, so we're gonna make some pretty good money on this one. Pretty good. Thumbs up. Excellent. Excellente. Problem is I blocked my bubbles here, and I'm pretty sure at some point I'm going to need to switch out the bubble wrap here. We're going to run out, so you get to watch me switch out the bubble wrap. That'll be exciting, something to look forward to during the stream here. Now, before I was doing the streams, I used to put on my headphones and I'd dance around to some music. Unfortunately, if I played the music on my headphones, I wouldn't be able to hear myself talk to you guys. So I can't do that. And if I played it out loud on the computer here, it would pick it up on the mic and there'd be some interference. So that wouldn't be good either. So right now I'm stuck kind of in my own, I would say in silence, but I'm stuck just listening to my own voice, which hopefully isn't too bad, for you guys at least, but hoping to figure out a way soon where I can listen to the music and talk to y'all at the same time. So we're gonna wrap each one of these in bubbles here individually so that they're nice and secure. We put a piece of paper in the bottom of the box, a little padding on the bottom, and we'll put a piece on top. Keep it nice and padded. All right. Throw those guys in, like so. And what am I gonna put these in so they don't get all wrinkled up? Let's see. mean, I'll throw them in a bag here. That'll probably, actually, I'll throw the paper on top, and then I'll throw this on top of the paper, and then I won't be getting smashed against those rewinds because they're a little like pointy and stuff. I don't want them going through this little pamphlet. So that's how I'll do it. So I got those in a little baggie. So I think altogether this weekend I did about $2,600 in sales. If you looked at the chart, you can see that the sales have really been going up since I've been listing a bunch more stuff. And that's a tip for you guys. It really helps the eBay algorithm when you're listing stuff constantly. So if you've listed a bunch of stuff and a while ago and you haven't listed anything in a while and your views and your sales are kind of slumping, if you start listing some more stuff, that'll really help pump up your view count on eBay, and with your view count comes the sales. So just a little tip. Really hoping to get more than one viewer this stream, so hopefully somebody else besides, well, I was gonna say besides the Russian trolls, but hey, I'll take anything I can get. So bring on the Russian trolls. Bring on the Russian trolls. But an actual audience of more than one would be really good, because I need some more questions. I can't just talk to myself the whole time on these without repeating the same stuff over and over. So you guys come in, and if you're watching this later, hit the bell icon. You'll get notified when I go live. I don't really have a schedule right now, so the only way to catch it live is if you hit the bell icon so you get the notification. So if you're watching this after the fact, hit that bell and you'll see when I go live, so you guys can get in and ask any questions in real time that you might want some answers. Alright, that's one down. So this is 3 pounds. I'm gonna write, so I don't print the labels one at a time. I print all the labels at the end. It's a lot easier that way. So I'm just gonna write on this the weight. If it didn't have the dimensions on the bottom, I'd write that too, but this one does. So I'm just gonna write the weight here. 3 pounds. It was actually 2 pounds, 12.4 ounces. But once you're over 1 pound, the prices just scale up by the pound. So as soon as you're over that 2 pound mark, it calculates as 3 pounds. So I'm not gonna write 2 pounds, 12 ounces. I'm just gonna write 3 pounds. And we'll set that one aside here. I need to create some more room over here for the stuff that I set aside, I think. All right, let's do these candles before they fall and break. And these were, we did find those. We paid $14. They were on clearance for $7 a piece. We paid $14 for the pair, and they sold for $68. And they are going to Pennsylvania, so they will cost a little bit more, but still plenty of profit margin on these guys. So I could wrap this around this way, you see, but it doesn't really quite close there. So instead, what I'll do is I'll wrap it diagonally. Then we get full coverage. So you see these little edges are sticking out, but then these triangles fold over them. And we'll get full coverage over this guy. Little tip there, if you're wrapping the cylinder, is to wrap it diagonally, and you can use just one square. Otherwise, you might have to use more than a square to get full coverage on it. I'm really starting to run out of boxes now that the sales are picking up, so I'm gonna have to, you know, I've got a lot of boxes, but they're kind of awkward sizes is the problem. So I'm trying to figure out, I don't want to order a bunch more boxes when I already have like a ton, even though they're not the right size. So I'm trying to figure out how to deal with that. I might list some of these boxes for sale on Craigslist or something to try to get rid of some of the sizes I don't use much before I order some more, but there are some sizes I need. Definitely not going to do as big of an order as I did last time when I got 2 whole pallets of stuff delivered from Uline. One of them was this shipping table here, so it wasn't just boxes, but there was a whole pallet of boxes. I'm also running out, starting to run low on this packing paper here. This is my last roll, and we're getting down on it, so we are going to need some more shipping supplies soon, especially with sales picking up. Alright, let's find a box for these. Let's see, they are like 8 by 6 by 4, which I have boxes that are that exact size. Don't I? What are these? Those are 6 by 6 by 4. Well, these ones will work here. 8 by 8 by 8. 8 by 8 by 8 will work for these. I always do this H pattern when I'm taping boxes. Do you guys know about the H pattern? The H pattern is when you tape across the seam this way and then down both edges. And you can see it creates a little H. Especially for things that are fragile or heavier, it really helps secure the box. If it's really light, then I might just go across the seam and call it good. But most things I do this H pattern just for extra security. We just relisted basically all of the candles in one of the previous streams because I had delisted them in the summer because I don't like to sell and ship candles when it's hot out because I'm afraid of them melting. But I had forgot to list them when it got to the cooler months. But we've already sold 3 or 4 of the different listings, so there's only a couple left. So I think we might actually sell out before the warm months hit again, so that'll be good. Candles are a really good seller on eBay, guys. That's a tip for you. If you just go to Home Goods, look for the candles that are on clearance even. Like, I bought a bunch that aren't even on clearance and they still sell good, but especially the ones that are on clearance. Even if it's a brand you haven't heard of, look it up. Because a lot of these candle brands are, you know, European that they sell at Home Goods. A lot of that stuff that they have at Home Goods you haven't heard of doesn't mean it's a generic brand. It might just be overseas brand. And people in the US might know about it, but they can't get it because it's an overseas brand, which makes it a really good thing to sell on eBay. Always looking for the things that people can't really find. That's the type of stuff that you can mark up for profit. So this is going to be 5 pounds. These bad boys. 5 pounds. All right, 2 down. All right, let's do this little flash bar. Pack of 2 flash bars that just sold for Polaroid, vintage Polaroid. So I'm gonna put these in a bubble mailer like this, but probably a bigger one. Maybe it'll fit in this one. I've got lots of bubble mailers up there. I might have to go grab some in a better size because it looks like I'm out of the size I'm looking for here. We got some big ones and some small ones, but not medium-sized ones. I'll see how it fits in one of these small ones first. One way I like to do these is, so there's like this extra bubbles on the side here. If I did them both, if I tucked them both on the same side, then the back side just has the one thin layer. So what I like to do sometimes is, even though it leaves one corner exposed, I'll tuck one this way, and then I'll tuck one this way. And you guys can see that gives it a little more padding on both sides instead of a lot of padding on one and only a thin layer on the other. Hopefully that makes sense. I think this is gonna fit okay in here. So we got a bubble mailer and it's wrapped in bubbles. So even though these are these flashes, I think they're gonna be all right. If I just ship them in this. Pretty sure they'll be okay. And by pretty sure, I mean almost positive, or else I would put them in a box. That should be good. Less than 4 ounces. So this is the cheapest way you can ship something with tracking is if it's less than 4 ounces. I think it's gonna be like $3.68 or something like that. 3 something. That's the cheapest you can ship something with tracking. All right, what's up next? I'm gonna set these aside because this is on a different account. I'll do that after. This is just one, so I'll do this guy real quick here. So these are already like packed, but I like to pull them out and tape them a little more securely than how they come. This is how they come. And you'll see, sometimes the tape sticks to the bottom. This one came out easily, so that's good. So you can hear, see how that, it's like loose in there? I want to make it a little more secure. So the tape goes around the long side, but not the short side. So I'm just gonna tape it again around the long side and then around the short side. And I'm really gonna tape it tight. And then it'll really hold them in without them shaking around. Just to make it more secure. Long side. And this is the type of stuff that you guys need to do if you want to ship the fragile stuff and you want to keep your feedback good. You need to take the extra effort to make sure you ship things securely. Sometimes you got to spend a little more money for a bigger box for extra padding. You got to spend a little more time to make sure you make it secure, add extra bubbles. But that's what you got to do if you want to sell the fragile stuff and not be losing money because it all breaks, and losing customers because they buy something that they really wanted and then it shows up shattered. not a lot of people want to ship the fragile stuff, which is fine for me because it just makes it more of a market for me. So that is a pretty good niche market, is fragile things and the big awkward things, because I've seen on like the flipping subreddit, I see all the time that people are looking for ways to sell things. They're looking for things to sell that are easy to ship because they don't want to have to deal with the shipping. But people still want to buy things that are fragile. So if there's not a lot of people wanting to sell them, but there's a lot of people wanting to buy them, that creates a good niche market. Well, I'm not afraid of telling you guys that because I'll say it, and I know that a lot of people still won't want to do it, no matter how much of a market there is. A lot of people, it's just too much, I don't want to say too much work, but they just don't want to deal with it, you know? So this is going to be 3 pounds, and I'll need to put the dimensions on this since it's not on there. 10, 5, 6. 10, 6, 5, 3 pounds. 10, 6, 5, 3 pounds. You've got so many tricks. Thank you. I got even more tricks than the ones that involve eBay. But I won't show you guys those this time. Alright, let me just write what this is in here so I don't forget. This is the Love You Mugs. Love You Mugs. Alright. Up next, let's do these 4 things here. 4 sets of latte mugs. Now these, I'll show you inside how these are packed. I think these are in styrofoam. Sometimes they come in like cardboard, but yeah, these are in styrofoam. So it's the same thing as the ones I just showed you. The difference is that I'm just keeping in this box, so I need it more secure. These, there's 4 of them, so I'm gonna pack them in another box, so they don't need to be as secure. So I'm not gonna go through each and every one and retape it like I just did with that one, because they'll be secure enough if I pack them in another box. So it's not gonna be slamming around like this. They're all gonna be together with more padding around them. So, you see what I'm saying. So what size is this so I can find a good box? 12, 11, 9. I think I just got some 12-inch cube boxes, like 2 of them. So I think I will try to use one of those. I wasn't saving boxes for a while that I was getting from things I had delivered personally, but I was starting to run out of boxes, so I am starting to save some boxes again. And I think this is one. 14, 10, 12. I think that'll be good. Actually, I think I'm gonna save this one for yeah, this will be a good one to ship if somebody buys 2 sets of plates. Some might use this now, but this is from my Foddy order because I've got IBS, if you're wondering. No, I'm just kidding. They just have delicious barbecue chips. If you haven't tried the Foddy barbecue chips, highly recommended. Highly recommended. But I wasn't kidding, I do have IBS. Everyone's got IBS in some form, don't they? Don't they? Here we go. All right, the 12-inch cube box I just got from Staples. That's what we're gonna be using. That guy up. Let's make sure these are going to fit in here the way we want. Perfect. So they were a little too wide if I kept them in that same configuration. So here's another little trick. If you do it in this kind of spiral configuration, I'm not sure how to say it, but it fits. Let me try to hold it the right direction. It'll fit, because if I tried to keep them stacked the same direction like that, it's not quite big enough. So, hope you guys can see that. Maybe I should have kept it here and showed you. So, you see what I mean? These, I could jam it in, but it barely fits like that way. And it'd be the same if I tried to do it both like this way. Same deal, they're right up against the edge. But this way, if you alternate the direction, then there'll be room around the sides for some padding. And that's on a case-by-case basis, obviously, but if it doesn't seem to fit, try a different configuration, is what I'm trying to say, and you might find one that does fit. So I'm actually going to take these out so I can put some padding on the bottom. I just wanted to make sure that they fit first. Scoot them over here so I can grab some paper. Hair on this one. Come on, there we go. All right. Now let's put some paper around the sides like I was just saying. Let's see if I can do it up here so you guys can see. We're just gonna sort of tuck it in the side and then wrap it around the other side. I'm going to scoot these over a bit so we can tuck it on that side. Alright, so we got 3 sides. Now we just need that top side there. So let's get another piece of paper. Tuck it down there. Might as well do some more on the side. There we go. Get in there. Get in there. Get in your hole. Get in your hole. Are you guys familiar with Happy Gilmore? Probably are. Alright, now you can see we got the paper around the sides, all the sides, so they're padded, not up against the edge of the box. You just need a piece on top, and we're good to go. Back. Close this side. There we go. Looks like we've got a couple viewers now. If you guys got any questions, drop it in the chat and I'll answer anything I can for you guys. Hopefully, that's what I'm here, is to help you. If you hit the thumbs up button, that'll really help me too. We're just packing up all our eBay sales from over the weekend. So far, we've got this one. Let's see, let me weigh this. And then, since we've got 3 viewers in the chat now, so we're building an audience, starting to build an audience. I forgot how much it weighed already. 11 pounds. This one is 11 pounds. Put it on the side here. 11 pounds. So far we packed about 5 things here. We started with the easier ones, and we're gonna get to these bigger stuff here shortly. I just wanted to catch you guys up on those. And if you're just joining us, I'll show you the sales real quick so you can see what we're packing up here. All the stuff we sold over the weekend. So this saw blade just sold after I went to get my stuff from storage, so we're not packing that guy. But all the rest of this, which we just listed, a lot of it on the previous streams. These we paid $5 for, and we sold for $45. These we paid $80 for the pair, sold for $2.50. This flash bar we already packed up, we paid $2 and sold it for $15. These mugs is what we just packed up, the set of 4 of them, for $140. We just listed this in a previous stream. They were on clearance for $7 a piece, paid $14 and sold for $68. And then all of this cream stoneware is going to the same person. We sold 4 sets of each of these, $280 for these, $230 for the bowls, and $104 for the mugs. And then this we already packed too. So, and then we also sold a box of a hobby box of baseball cards that we'll get to on a different account. So just wanted to show you guys what we're packing up in case you missed it at the beginning. This is the box of baseball cards. That's on a different account, so I'll set that aside for now. So we just have the lamps that I just showed you guys. I actually had already packed up when I put them in storage, so they're already boxed up. And I'll open them up. It's been a while because I actually had never listed them because for whatever reason. So they were sitting in storage for over a year, unlisted, and they sold within 2 days of me listing them. So get your stuff listed is the lesson. So I just want to look and see how well I packed these since it's been a while. Looks like we sort of took them apart, and looks like we wrapped everything pretty decently here, so I'm not going to take this all apart to show you guys because it looks like it's perfectly done. So I'm actually just going to seal this back up. I don't want to mess with a good thing, you know. Let me seal this back up. Drop a question in the chat. Let me know what you think of the shipping and packing that's going on. If you guys got any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Alright. You saw how that's packed. That's about as good as we can pack a set of lamps like that with the shades and everything. So basically, you just gotta do your best and then hope for the best. Do your best, then hope for the best. That's a new saying. That's a new saying. I just coined when it comes to shipping the fragile things. Do your best, then hope for the best. Maybe that'll be a t-shirt when I get my merch. When I get my merch going, that'll be one of the first t-shirts. Do your best and hope for the best. That's my motto when it comes to shipping the fragile stuff. But the part that you can really control is doing your best. So that's the part that you really got to focus on, is doing your best to make sure it's packed securely. Because, you know, and I'll put these fragile stickers on it too once I get to the labeling part, like that. And, you know, the customer can tell if you've tried your best to pack something securely and it arrives damaged and it's all wrapped in bubbles, it's got fragile stickers all over it, and it still breaks, the customer is going to be real nice about it. They understand that you did your best. And, you know, I've had a million times where people wrote me and said it broke, and I said, oh, I'm so sorry, I'll get you a refund or I'll get you a replacement, and they say, oh, don't be sorry, it's not your fault, because they understand that it was packed well. Whereas if something's just like thrown in a box, no bubbles, it's all loose and shaking around, when it arrives broken, you're going to get a bad feedback in that case, and they're going to be upset. Why didn't you pack this better? It broke. So, you know, if you take care to pack things, that's why it helps with your keeping good feedback. That's why I have 1,400 feedbacks that are 100% positive, even though I've probably shipped things 100 times at least that have arrived broken, because they know that I did my best to make sure that it was packed securely and it was just mishandled in the mail. Alright, so how much does this guy weigh? 11 pounds. This is 11 pounds. And how big is the box? Checking the chat every so often. Make sure you guys haven't got any questions. 23, 11, 14. 23 by 14 by 11. Alright. Set that aside. Alright. So the last thing, so this is why I was saving this for last, is the same person bought all of this stuff here. So I have to decide, am I gonna pack this all together in the same box? Or am I gonna pack it in different boxes? Now I know that this person lives on the West Coast, so the shipping is not gonna be too expensive, but these are these plates that weigh, these are the salad plates. They weigh 6 pounds each, times 4 is 24 pounds for these. Whereas these are these bowls, and all of them together weigh 12 pounds, half as much. So if I put these together, it's gonna be this real big box that's gonna be awkward, because it's gonna be like heavy in some parts and light on the others. And you can just imagine the FedEx guy like juggling around this big box that's, you know, not balanced very well. So that's probably why I'm not gonna pack it all in one big box. I think I'll just pack all the like things together in a box. So all the bowls in a box, all the plates in a box, and all the mugs in one box. And I'll probably just ship it as 3 different boxes. I'm trying to remember to look to the camera, but I keep looking at the computer here. So forgive me for that. So here we go. Let's do the heavy plates first. Now so you can hear these plates inside. They're not that secure. They bounce around. And so even though these are getting packed in a separate box, I think I'm gonna take these all apart and tape them up to make them more secure. Just because this lady paid like $1,000 for this stuff. Not really. I guess it was like, she actually just ordered some dinner plates from me before, if you watch my last shipping stream, there's 3 sets of dinner plates. So, the cream dinner plates, those were going to the same lady. And that was like over $200. These were over $200. These were over $200. And then this was like $100. So she paid close to $1,000 for this stuff from me. So the last thing I want to do is not take enough time and care to pack it for her, you know. So I think I am going to take these apart and make sure that they are packed securely. You guys can see how I do this too. So there's a shipping box, and then they come in a retail box, and then inside the retail box they come in this folded box, 4 of them, and they have a piece of cardboard in between. So there's no styrofoam or bubbles for these. And so you can see why they're flopping around in there, because this isn't like secure. They're not like tight in here. There's any extra room in the box, they're just flopping around. So what I like to do for these is tape this box down more securely, tightly. But if you do that, there's a little extra space in this box. So even though they're secure in here and not flopping around in here, this box is sort of flopping around in this box. So I'll wrap a piece of bubble around this and stick it in. And that seems to do the trick. I rarely get any broken ones of these since I started packing them that way. I didn't always pack them that way, but we used to get more broken plates. The plates are the hardest thing to ship, because not the hardest thing to ship, but the most likely thing to break of this stoneware, because of their like shape. You know, if it just hits at the wrong angle, this is gonna snap. There's physics words for all this stuff I'm trying to say, and I just can't like think of them right now, and I don't want to act like I'm some kind of genius anyway. So I'm trying to keep it the information as accessible as possible for you guys. So you can see how I did that now. I just taped it so this part kind of folded over, and these ones as well on the sides. So now there's no space in there for these to shake around. So now what I'll do, take 2 pieces of bubble, put it on either side like that. In fact, the 2 pieces is what I do for the dinner plates I got. It just takes 1 piece for these salad plates. Like so. We're not trying to wrap this whole box in it. We're just trying to get some padding on the sides so that it fits more tightly in this retail box. Like so. So see, you can see how there's like space there, and if I hadn't put that padding in, it would shake up and down a bunch. But since you can't see the padding because it's more on the bottom here, but now it's not shaking up and down inside here. And I promise you it won't take me as long to do the next 3. I just wanted to explain what I was doing for you guys. And the last thing, so it goes in this box now, and this actually comes in it from Target, which is nice. You put that there before you close it up, and then when somebody slices into the box to open it, they don't cut into the retail packaging, because you know they might be giving this as a gift to somebody or something. So even though it's just a box, they're not going to like cut the actual product. If they're giving it as a gift, they don't want to like slice into the packaging. They want it to look nice for when somebody opens it. Which this lady bought all these. I doubt they're for gifts. It seems like they're for a set for her home. But regardless, don't forget to hit that like button. We've got a couple viewers now. It would really help if you hit that like button. You can subscribe if you want. I won't beg you to. But if you want to catch more of my live streams, I don't really have a schedule right now. It's sort of whenever, especially these shipping ones, it would probably be like Mondays mostly, because it's whenever I got enough stuff to ship that I can show you guys. Let me get a drink real quick. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I don't really have a streaming schedule. So if you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll get notified when I go live with a stream. I've been doing them every other day or every third day recently. So if you want to catch one of these live, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. But I'm not gonna require you to do that by any means. And actually, I don't need to do this much tape. I don't need to do the H pattern on this because these are all gonna go in a different box. So I'll finish it on this one, but the subsequent ones, I'm probably just gonna do a quick tape on. So, let me get through the other 3 of these real quick. I'm gonna do them not one by one, but sort of production line style. So I'll open them all. Like that. I really need to get a new knife. This knife is dull. And I don't know why I keep using this one. I've got some brand new ones in the house. But, alright. So we got all the boxes open. Now we will pull them all out. Like so. You guys must have at least one question. Please, ask me a question. Anything. Ask me a trivia question if you want. Just let me know that you're enjoying the stream. Let me know what I can do better. Anything. Let's make this a collaborative experience. Pull these out and put that away so I don't cut myself. Tape this up. Same way as before. Are you guys learning how to flip stuff on eBay? Are you just chilling, watching a live video while you're smoking a joint? Let me know. Let me know what's going on with you today. Oh, I said I wasn't going to do the H pattern on these. And I remembered in time. Let me just take the bottom of it. Alright, one down. Set it over here with the other. Well, I should say 2 down, right? 2 down, 2 to go. We've got a comment. Your setup is so clean and organized. Thank you. I'm probably gonna do a review soon of this shipping table that I got from Uline. Let's see, how can I say what I want to say in less than 1,000 words? I got this about 2 years ago from Uline. Built it myself. It came all disassembled in a box. because without it, it was a disorganized mess. I was using all like recycled boxes that I had to fish through every time. I was bringing stuff into the house to a small table that I couldn't like fit everything on, and this table, even though it was kind of expensive, you know, I paid for it on the business. So I really like to invest almost everything I make. And your customer care is an inspiration. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to show. So, and if you missed earlier when I was saying that there's a real niche market for the fragile stuff. A lot of people don't like to ship the fragile stuff because they don't want to take the time and care to do it. Or if they do, try to sell some fragile stuff and don't take the time and care, it arrives broken and they give up. They say this isn't worth it, it just breaks anyway. So that's why I love shipping the fragile stuff, because there's a real market for it, because there's not a lot of people trying to sell it, but there's of course lots of people still wanting to buy it. So there is a good market for the fragile stuff if you can find the right things. And that's why I keep the good feedback, because excuse me, people know that when it arrives at their house, they can tell that there was care taken, and they do appreciate that. So I'm glad that you were inspired by it, and hopefully you can, maybe if you're not shipping fragile stuff, maybe that's something you should look into. It does take time and effort, but the margins are there. The margins are definitely there with the fragile things. I don't only sell fragile stuff. It's just something that it seems like what I sell the most of, because it's what I figured out that there's good margins there. All right, last one of these. It's snowing. Can you see? Can you see in the window there that it's snowing? It's probably too bright. That's my wife in the chat. But let's see if I turn this down. Whoops, wrong direction. If I turn the exposure down a bit, maybe you guys can tell out the window that it's snowing. Can you tell? Maybe not. Anyway, let's get back to the shipping. I think that's the one I had it on. Does that look good? Hopefully that's not too bright. All right, last one of these plates, and then we'll get to the bowls. I really appreciate you joining in the chat, Theo, because I just started doing these. This is about my fifth stream or so, 5th or 6th, and it's mostly just been friends and family. So you're the first person that's really joined and been interested in what's going on. So if you know anybody else that's in the flipping game that you want to let them know, I've been doing these live streams. I'm trying to do them like every other day or every 3rd day. I've been doing these shipping ones. I've been doing some with me listing stuff on eBay. I did 1 or 2 me taking photos. So if you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll get notified when I go live, so you can tune in next time. I don't really have a streaming schedule, so otherwise you won't really be able to know when I go live with one of these videos. All right, so the plates are done, so let's find a good box to pack these in. Like I said, you know, I don't mind taking, if it takes me an hour to pack up these things for this lady, I don't mind, because she's spent almost $1,000 with me this weekend. So why am I going to try to rush through it and not take the care to pack it right for her, you know? I'm making plenty of money to take an hour to pack this stuff up. 20 by 10 by 10. 20 by 10 by 10. Let's see what we can find. I'm running out of these big boxes. What size is this? $20 by 15 by 11. Perfecto! Perfecto! Alright, can you see this? Let me just tape this box up down here because it's kind of big. And then I'll move back into the frame. You'll highly recommend. I really appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Are you eBay seller? Have you been flipping stuff for a while? Are you just getting into it? Let me know. Let me know if you have any questions about anything at all that I might be able to answer. I've been doing this. I've been selling on eBay for over a decade now. But I've only been doing this fragile stuff like this with my big setup and everything for about 3 years now. So I'm just starting to list more things. I got all this stuff on this shelf that the camera's on that you can't see right here, mostly clothes, but I was really building up my sales and my business from 2017 until 2019, and then when the pandemic hit and I couldn't go to the stores where I mostly source things from, the big box stores, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, and mostly the TJX stores I call them, which is Home Goods, Marshalls, and TJ Maxx. All those places, they pretty much shut down, and I sort of lost my focus on that. I probably could have kept up with sourcing things from online and stuff, but I pretty much just put everything on hold, and it really hurt my sales. But I'm trying to build it back up and really work on the business again, and I figured that I would start making some videos to help people so they could watch along the way. Since I got a lot of stuff to list, I'm probably going to try to get all this stuff listed before I start sourcing again, but hopefully it doesn't take me more than a month to get through all the stuff that I have to list, which is mostly clothes. To me, clothes is the most difficult thing, the most time-consuming thing to list. The easiest thing to ship, but it's the most annoying thing to photo and list. You have to, especially if it's used. Most of the stuff that I have here is new, but yeah. Anyway, back to the shipping. That's what you're here for. Oh, there we go. Drop these guys in. The first video that I made for the channel is like a vlog style video, so you can check that out another time if you want. But in that, you can sort of see, it's sort of like a day in the life. I do some shipping in that. I go to my storage so you can see what my storage looks like, where I keep everything. I do some shipping. I do a little bit of listing and also a little bit of personal aspects of my life. So check that out. I want to do some more of those vlog style videos, but it took me a while to edit. The first time I've edited a video. So I want to focus on getting my business back up and running, and So I might start doing those in the future when I have more time to do the editing, but that's sort of why I started doing these live streams, so I can get the content out there to help people and without taking so much time to edit all the videos. One more piece of paper in this box and we'll seal it up. Alright. Looks like I did them upside down. That's alright. Same difference, I guess. Let me put a piece of paper on top. I thought this was the top of the box, so I wasn't going to put a piece of paper on top, but I think it'll need it. Oh yeah, it's really snowing out there. I'm in Oregon, if you're wondering, Southern Oregon, and the snow is really coming down out there. I guess now that I think about it, I haven't been selling on eBay for a full decade. I guess I started around 2015, so it's only been about 7 years. The way I got started was we moved to LA. Me and my wife moved to LA for about 5 years, starting in 2015. Sorry, no, it has been. Okay, I got my dates mixed up. So I have been selling on eBay for about a decade because I started in about 2011, so a little bit longer than a decade. We moved to LA back in 2010 for 5 years. Moved back to Oregon in 2015. But I got started because in LA we started going to the Goodwills and thrift stores, and I didn't know anything about reselling, but I started seeing these things at the Goodwill that I think, wow, that's like an amazing deal. That thing is like $5, and I know it sells for it's like worth $100, but it wasn't something that I needed or something that I would use, but I couldn't pass up on a good deal. So it's like, well, maybe I can flip this on eBay. So it just started with like one item at a time, another item, and then eventually I started realizing the stuff at the Goodwills in LA was really good. So built up slowly. I started going to some estate sales and I'd find some really good stuff. So, in LA it was mostly used stuff from the Goodwills and the estate sales. Then, when we moved back to Oregon, they don't have as good of stuff at the thrift stores here. So that's when I started going to the big box stores and finding the clearance stuff, and I guess you call it retail arbitrage, doing that kind of thing, and that actually worked out a lot better for me. This is 27 pounds. 27 pounds. Actually worked out a lot better for me doing the retail arbitrage. 21, 14, 12. 21, 14, 12. 20, 14, 12. Because I could buy multiple quantities of things. So I could do one listing on eBay for like 10 plus items. And that was a lot more efficient than just all these used things that you have to go through a whole listing for every single item. You know what I'm saying? Alright, that one's done. I got a little bit of ADD, so it's hard for me to talk and explain things while I'm doing the packing. I'm doing the best I can, but hopefully I'm not taking too long to pack this stuff. Trying to balance between explaining things and packing things. So hopefully I'm doing a decent enough job at that. So I'm going to take one of these out to show you guys what it looks like and what I would normally do, but I'm not going to need to go through each one of these bowls. and repack them like I did the plates. So these come in this styrofoam, kind of like the mugs did, and it's not the most secure fit. So normally I would go around it and re-tape it tighter so it holds it tight. But since these are getting repacked and these don't really clang together, even if it's loose, I'm not gonna do that for all of these. But I just wanted to show you guys what they look like. Sorry if I'm missing some comments here. Been wanting to eBay sell for a long time. This video shows so much helpful information that I will finally give it a try. Yeah, what I would say, and thank you for all the compliments you keep giving me. And I'm glad it's an inspiration to you. What I would say is start with things you know. So if you're in the store and you see something on clearance that you know is real cheap, or if you're at the Goodwill, you know, start with the things that you know about, because you'll be able to spot a good deal without looking everything up. And the more you're out there sourcing things, looking at things, take some photos of things. You don't have to look up everything in the store, but if you just want to like learn about what to source, go to the Goodwills, go to the stores in the clearance sections and take photos of things. Then when you get home, get on eBay, make sure you look at the sold items and just start looking and see what these things sold for. And you'll be able to tell, like, this thing was $1 at the Goodwill and it's selling for $25, you know, plus on eBay. Or they, like at Home Depot, you might find some little knick-knack hardware thing that's like a couple bucks and it's selling for $15. Like, you buy it for $2, sell it for $15, you know, that's a really good margin if it's like a small little hardware thing that you can send first class. So yeah, just start with what you know, but the things you don't know, take photos of it, go home and research it, and you'll start slowly learning what to look for. And eventually, you'll just start seeing deals. Like when I go into the store, I always tell my wife, it's like, it's almost like an addiction now. It's hard for me to pass up on things that I see, because it's like I literally see like $20 bills hanging on the rack. I don't even like see the item, I just know, like, whoa, you know, I could sell that all day for $10 profit. So let me take this one back up, and then we won't have to repack all these. Hopefully we can find another box that these fit in. I'm running out of these size boxes real quick. What is this? 18, 12, 12. What is this? 16, 16, 16? What if I do this type of configuration? What do we got then? 17, 12, 14. 12, 14. What are these boxes I just got? 16, 12, 10. 18, 12, 10. I don't think that's gonna work. All right, what if I do this configuration? 24, 12, 9. I don't think I got that either. Well, what's this one? This looks like maybe a good one. We sold this old Amazon box here. Let me tape it up so I can see how the stuff fits. number one tip for sourcing for a new person, a beginner, would be if I could only give you like one store or set of stores to go to, it would be the TJX stores. If you have those in your area, that's the TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, which are much better than Ross. Ross is another place like that. The TJX stores, because they're all owned by the same parent company. That's TJX brand. So I group those three stores and call them the TJX stores. If you go to those stores and look at the clearance stuff, you're almost guaranteed to find not everything, but many things that you can get for about a quarter, 25 or 20% of what you can sell them for. So that would be my number one place to start if I was you. Go to the TJX stores and look for the clearance stuff. Alright, hopefully these fit in here. And it looks like they do just fit, so we lucked out. Alright, there we go. Seal this bad boy up. We have one more box to pack with the 3 mugs there in it. And then we will print the labels for this stuff. How much does this weigh? 14 pounds on this guy. 14 pounds. And it is 19 by 12 by 14. 19, 14, 12. Alright, last ones here. These don't need to be repacked either. These are the cream mugs. So 15, 9, 6. I think I got the perfect box for these. Right here. 15, 10, 6. 15, 9, 6, 15, 10, 6. We'll, hopefully they... What am I doing? That's not tape. Well, it is tape. It's measuring tape. But I need this kind of tape. It's going to be a little bit of a tight fit. So hopefully they do fit. Let's see. Oh yeah, perfect. Perfecto! This is the last thing we have to pack, and then we will print the labels. See how much it's going to cost us to ship all this stuff. little bit of a tight fit, so you gotta squeeze that box together sometimes. Make those flaps come together. All right. This guy weighs 9 pounds. Just made it. 8 pounds, 15.6 ounces. So 0.4 ounces away from the next size up, but we made it 9 pounds. And this has the dimensions on it, so we don't need to write that down. So, here we go. Let's put it all out in order here. Let me refresh this because eBay likes to glitch out if you wait too long before putting in all the shipping info. You'll put it all in and then you'll get an error. So make sure you start with a fresh page if you've had it up for a while. So, alright, so we got these. First thing, that is the little vintage rewind tools. Then we've got the lamps. Then we've got this light bars. Then we've got the set of 4 mugs here. Then we've got the candles here. Then we've got the plates, which are here. The bowls, which are here. The set of 3 mugs, which are here. And then the one set of the I love you mugs here. All right, so I kind of put it in order so when I print the labels, I can find the stuff easily. Even though I make sure, major tip, make sure you put the right label on the right item. That's a huge annoyance when you send the wrong thing to the wrong person. That's a hard issue to fix. Harder than if they just it arrives broken, you can just refund them or ship them a replacement. But if you cross up 2 things, then your options are A, to try to get the customers to ship it to each other, which is really annoying for them, or you have to have them ship it back to you and then you ship it to the right person, which takes probably 2 weeks at the minimum, which is really annoying for them also because they have to wait like forever to get their item. So make sure you put the right label on the right item. All right, so these rewind tools are 3 pounds, 12 by 6 by 6, and that is going to Arizona. And the cheapest way to Arizona is UPS ground. It's gonna be $9.74. So I paid $5 for these. They sold for $45. It's gonna cost me about $10 to ship it. Probably about $5 in fees. So I'm in for about $20 and it sold for $45. So $25 profit, $25 net profit on something I paid $5 for. That's 500% markup, 500% profit. So that was a good one. All right, so these lamps here, those weigh 11 pounds, 23, 14, 11. 11 pounds, 23, 14, 11. That's going to Michigan, and the cheapest way to send that is going to be UPS ground again for $32. So a little quick math here. Sold for $250. Sold for $250. 13% fees, which is an overestimate. So times 0.87. So after the fees, I'm getting $217, and then minus the $80 I paid for it, and then minus the $32 shipping. $105 net profit. I paid $80 for them. I'm profiting $105. So what's that? About 125%. 125% profit on that. I mean, if I can get 50% profit on something, I'll take that all day. 500% profit, 125% profit. Hit it out of the ballpark on those ones. I'm not gonna calculate the profits on each of these. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit what's possible. All right, so this guy here, the flash bulbs, the Polaroid, 4 ounces, 0 pounds, 4 ounces. This is going to Massachusetts. It's going to cost $386. Is that exactly what I said earlier? I think I said $368. I think I did a little dyslexia and mixed up the last 2 numbers. $386 across the country. All right. We got the set of 4 mugs here. How much did that weigh? 11 pounds, 12 by 12 by 12. So 11 pounds, 12 by 12 by 12. That's going to North Carolina. The cheapest is going to be $19, $18.98, UPS ground. These candles here. These are the candles, 5 pounds, 8 by 8 by 8. The candles are 5 pounds, 8 by 8 by 8. Just make sure we got no more questions in the chat. All right. So the cheapest for these again is going to be UPS ground, which seems to be the cheapest for most things now on eBay. Every like year or so, it changes what's the cheapest way to ship on eBay, because I think the companies, USPS, UPS, and FedEx, they compete for eBay. So the amount of discount you get on each service changes every so often when the companies say, oh, we need a little more revenue, let's make a deal with eBay. And so it sort of switches up which company is the cheapest. Right now, UPS ground is pretty much the cheapest for everything that's not like first class or that fits in like a priority envelope. So the candles, so we paid, let's do another profit calculation on these candles. We paid $14 for the candles. They sold for $68, so 68 times 27. After the fees, we're getting $59. And then after the shipping, $14.31. And after the $14 we paid for them, we are profiting $30. Oh, I closed it down. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're profiting net profit almost $31. We paid $14, so over 200% profit on the candles once again. And that's about the least profit that we would get because they're going across the country. If they were going closer, they would ship for about half the cost, so we'd be profiting even more. So if 200% profit is the worst you can do, you're doing all right. All right, now these big plates. So the set of 4 plates weighed 27 pounds, 20 by 14 by 12. 27 pounds. Apparently eBay thinks I could fit those 4 sets of plates in a flat rate box for some reason. 27 pounds. What did I say it was? 20 by 14 by 12? And they are going close. Even though it's a big box, it's 27 pounds, it's only gonna cost $22 to ship because they're going to the same, on the West Coast, same as me. So that's pretty good. Now the bowls. The bowls. Where did I write that? There it is. 14 pounds, 19, 14, 12. 14 pounds, 19, 14, 12. 14 pounds, 19, 14, 12. That is going to cost $18.34. And the mugs, these are all going to the same person here. 9 pounds, 15, 10, 6. 9 pounds, 15, 10, 6. 9 pounds, 15, 10, 6. 13.41 for those. All right, last but not least is this set of Love You mugs. 3 pounds, 10.65. 3 pounds, 10.65. We're about to print the labels here. Getting close. So that is going to cost, oh, that one's going to be cheapest with FedEx. So I think because it's a little smaller, the FedEx is a little bit cheaper than the UPS this time. It's going to cost $10.36 to ship that. So for these 9 items that we're shipping, all these big boxes, it's $142 for shipping altogether that we're paying. And this was, I think it was like over $1,000 in sales. I think it was close to $1,500 in sales. So, get ready for the labels to come out here. And actually, first I gotta save this. So, if I print these right off eBay, the barcodes get like these jagged lines in them, and I know they won't scan when the shipping companies try to scan them. But and I haven't been able to figure out how to fix that. The only way around it is to save them as a PDF file and then open that file in Adobe Acrobat, because I think the problem is with Google Chrome. So if you open the PDF in Google Chrome, it prints in a format that makes the barcode have these jagged lines. Whereas if you save it and then open it in Adobe Acrobat PDF and print it, it comes out properly. So I don't print them right off eBay. I save them as a file to my computer, which is good anyway if you need to go back and reference them later. To have it saved on your computer. So I just save it under the date as the file name. And then let me open it up here and Control P to print, and here they come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you're shipping a lot of stuff, a really good investment is one of these thermal label printers. This was one of the first investments I made. I actually found this at Goodwill for $100 back when I got it about 10 years ago, and it's still working great. And the thing about this is the Zebra ZP505. This is the same printer that they use at FedEx. You can actually, if you create a FedEx shipping account, and go on, you can order free shipping supplies from FedEx, like boxes and stuff. But one of the free shipping supplies you can order is these labels, which are pretty expensive if you try to buy them yourself, but they'll send them to you for free all day. So, one-time investment in one of these thermal label printers, and you never have to buy ink or paper again. So $100 I spent 10 years ago for this printer, and since then I haven't spent a dime on labels or ink. So look into one of those for sure. All right, so I'm gonna not do too much talking while I put these labels on, because like I said before, one of the worst things you can do is mix up the packages. So I go to, if you scroll down on eBay after you print the labels, it shows you the person's name and address, and then it shows you the item. So I just look at the label and match their name and address to the item, find that item and put it on there. That's the best way to make sure that you're putting the right label on the right item. Other side here. And then I got these fragile stickers that I put on stuff. This thing isn't too fragile, so I'm not going to load it up. If something's real fragile, I'll put stickers on all 6 sides. If it's a little fragile, I'll just put it on like 3 sides. Seems like a little overkill still, but all right. This is these lamps. So I just put the label here. I probably should have put it over this. So this is a box that I'm reusing from something I had shipped to me. So what you don't want to do is have 2 labels on the box. So what I do is sometimes this label printer, if you turn it on or off while it's aligning itself, it'll spit out extra labels. I set them aside, and then I can use them when I need to cover up an old barcode, just like that. And that's the easiest way to cover these barcodes, in my opinion. And like I said, the labels are free, so no biggie. So this guy needs some more fragile stickers. I got big fragile stickers and small fragile stickers, depending on the size of the box. And it looks like I'm starting to run a little low on the big fragile stickers, so I might need to order some more of those soon. That one's down. All right, next up is this one, which is these. This is those flash bulbs that I put extra padding on them, and they're in a bubble mailer, so I'm sure they're gonna be all right, but I will just throw a fragile sticker on top just for extra security. All right, this is the set of 4 mugs right here. Set of 4 latte mugs. And that'll definitely get some stickers. I bought these smaller fragile stickers off of Amazon, and they were really cheap, and I see why, because they don't come off. Well, they come off fine. The spool does not spin very well, and I have to like tease it out. It's pretty annoying, but we're almost through our last roll of these, and then I'll make sure I order some that are a little bit better next time. It's President's Day, so like I said, I'm not going to be taking these to drop them off today, because the mail doesn't go out today, but let me make sure I'm doing this right person first. This is the candles. Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm not going to be dropping these off today, but I had so much to ship that I wanted to get ahead of it today on a day when I don't have to rush them to the post office. And also the customers, I said this earlier, but if you weren't with us then, a lot of times the customers don't realize it's a holiday, and if you don't, by printing the labels, even though I'm not dropping it off, eBay will send them a notification that says your item was shipped. Whereas if they don't get that notification saying your item was shipped, a lot of times, if they don't realize it's a holiday, you'll get a message saying, when's my item going to be shipped? And then you have to say, it's a holiday, it'll be going out tomorrow in a nice way. But if you won't get that message if you print the labels and they get the notification that it was shipped. All right, this one is, all right, so this is all this stuff. So let me make sure I get them on the right one. This is the plates, because it's going to the same place, but they have, the labels are paid for with different sizes and weights. So they still have to make sure they go on the right package. So this is for the plates, yes. Some fragile stickers on that guy. Next up is going to be these bowls. The bowls. Alright, so here's the label, the shipping label I just printed, but this Amazon box has this barcode on it. If it's a small one like that, then instead of putting a white label over it, these fragile stickers fit perfectly, so I'll just use one of those to cover the barcode there. We get all the sides, one more side. All right, and then the last one that's going to this guy is the mugs, which are these right here. We'll do the smaller labels on this one. All right, one more. All right, and the last but not least is these lovely mugs here. You want to make sure these labels are pressed down good, because you don't want them peeling off in the mail. That's how you get a package lost in the mail. So make sure your labels are stuck down properly. Which these free ones from FedEx have pretty good adhesive on it. You just want to make sure you don't leave a corner like dangling that could snag in the machine and rip the shipping label off of it. All right. And with that, we have packed and labeled our $1,600 in sales, $142 in shipping, in postage, I should say. And we did it in under 2 hours, an hour and 45 minutes for all these big packages of fragile stuff that I had to like repack some of it. 10 different packages, and while I was talking and explaining, I'll say it probably would have taken me probably just over an hour, maybe between an hour and 15 minutes without me doing the video. But that's what I'm here for, is to try to help you guys, so I don't mind spending some extra time showing you. And then we did have this box of cards from my other eBay account. I will sign out of this one and sign into my other eBay account so I can print this label. So let me sign out and sign in. So this box of cards we bought about 2 years ago for about $225, I think. We just sold it for $925. This is the last single one I have. I also have a case of 12 of these boxes. The case I paid $2,500 for. I just had an offer today of $9,000 for it, which I didn't turn down. I should say I counter offered. We ended up being about $500 apart, so we could not strike a deal on that. But if you're new to flipping, I would not suggest the sports cards. That market is crazy. Unless you're a sports fan, you already know about sports cards. But I'm a huge sports fan. I bought these specifically because I had inside knowledge. Not really inside knowledge, but I had intuition that these would go up in value the way they did, and I was right. But I would not suggest just randomly jumping into the sports card market, because that is a crazy market, and that's a way, if you're just starting out, to lose a bunch of money and get, what am I trying to say? Get discouraged and move on from the flipping game. So once you have experience in stuff, that's something you could look at, but it's not the first thing that I would try. That's for sure. You'll see a lot of people talking about like ways to get rich quick on sports cards or NFTs or these things, and some people do, but they're very, very unique markets that it takes a lot of knowledge, you got to have like perfect timing when you buy and when you sell, and although there is ways to make money quick in that, there's a lot of other markets that it's a lot easier to not lose all your money right away when you jump in. Like there's a lot of markets that it's like guaranteed profits, whereas this kind of stuff, it's very, very tricky. So I would not suggest that for someone just starting out. This, so anything you sell on eBay for over $650, you have to get, you have to include signature delivery. And since this sold for $925, it will need to include signature delivery, but I also want to get insurance, because if this thing gets lost in the mail, I'm screwed. So I will buy insurance on it, which is kind of expensive, but if you get the expensive insurance, it includes the signature delivery, so you're not double paying for that, at least. But yeah, make sure anything that you sell for over $650 on eBay, eBay requires you to get it, to ship it with signature required. And a lot of fraudster buyers, and I don't want you to believe that there's a ton of fraudsters on eBay. I think a lot of people are scared of that, and I rarely ever encounter any fraudsters on eBay. But and that's another thing about these types of markets, like sports cards, like iPhones and stuff like that. That's where the fraudsters are. If you're selling these like housewares and stuff like I am, you're not going to run into a bunch of fraudsters. So that's another reason I would recommend staying away from this if you're new. But these are the type of categories where the fraudsters are, and they know that if you don't have it with signature required, they know how to take advantage of that. So make sure you know the rules of what eBay requires for certain types of things when you're shipping them. So let me throw some paper in the bottom here. And I'll wrap some bubbles around this. Just last one. And another tip, right now at Staples, they have these rolls of bubble wrap, buy two, get one free, which they only run that sale about twice a year or so. So if you're thinking about selling a lot of fragile stuff, I would take advantage of that sale. At least in my area, I think they coordinate the sales nationally. So you might want to get to Staples and get you some bubble wrap right now, because these rolls are buy two, get one free. You can see I got two others up here. So I got two of this like small bubble rolls, and then I got one of this with the bigger bubbles, and you can mix and match with the buy two, get one free. So whoa, almost tripped over the boxes. Let me just peel some of this off to wrap this box in. I'll put it in this box later. I like this box because it's like a little dispenser for it. I'm not gonna waste time on the stream here putting that one in the little box though. The person that bought this had zero feedback, so I'm a little worried about it, but I am packing it on the stream, on the live stream, that will be time stamped with the same time that I print the label from this. So that'll be at least some kind of proof that if they try to defraud me. I am a little worried about it, but I have really good standing on eBay in my account, so if there is an issue, eBay will usually side with me over a buyer with zero history. So I'm not too worried about it. We got one more this type of bubble here. And that feels pretty good and secure. Let's see, I got this to ship, and then I just got two little clothing items that sold on my personal eBay account. Actually, it didn't sell on eBay, it sold on Reddit. So I'll just be printing, they paid through PayPal, so I'll just be printing the labels off of PayPal. That won't take long. So if you got any questions that you want to ask, this I'll probably be ending the stream in about well, not too long after we get those two things shipped. So if you got any final questions you want to ask, feel free to throw them in the chat. Alright, so this weighs 2 pounds. There you go. Awaiting shipment. Purchase shipping label. Alright, this weighs 2 pounds. And the box is 12 by 6 by 6. So it looks like this is going to cost, the cheapest is FedEx $10.36. Now that's right, that's with no insurance. It's $10.36. So if I add the insurance, so The signature delivery is $5.90. The insurance for $925 of insurance is $12.50. A lot of times, yeah, so I think it scales by the $100 or the $50. So instead of $925 insurance, I'll just do $899 of insurance, and that saved me $1.25. Because like I said, I paid $250 for this, and I sold it for $925. So if it gets lost in the mail, and I have to go through the insurance process, if I only get $900 instead of $925, the sale price back, I'm not too worried about that, because the chance of it getting lost in the mail anyway, when you buy $900 of insurance, is very slim. So I'd rather save the like $1.25 on shipping than get that extra $25 worth of insurance. So that's another little tip for you. Hopefully I'm not overwhelming you guys with too much tips. So yeah, so once I did the insurance, the signature delivery went to $0, because like I was saying, that's included. So it's only going to be $11.25 for $900 of insurance and signature delivery required. So that brings the total to $21.61. So this little box costs $21.61 to ship, but that's because it's insured for $900. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Let me get a drink real quick. All right. Just checking for any final questions you guys might have. Let me save this. Let me pull it up in Acrobat so I can print it. There we go. I will give this some fragile stickers, even though it's not really fragile per se. Just so it's handled a little more delicately. And this label didn't quite fit, and I can feel that the edge is sort of hanging over. So I'm gonna actually put some tape there so it doesn't snag in the machine like I was saying. I'm just gonna put some tape right on the edge, because I can sort of feel the edge of it dangling over. All right, and that guy's done. So, last and possibly least is these two clothing items that my wife sold. She listed them this morning, and they sold within minutes. So good for her. All right, so let me pull up her PayPal account, because that's where I'm going to print these labels from. Actually, first, let me go leave this feedback on these cards before I forget. Overview, awaiting feedback. Leave feedback. Let's do this one. There we go. All right. Now let's go to PayPal. And we will log in to my wife's account. I believe that's this one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Looks like we've got a wrong password here. Let me try this one. Info isn't correct. Let me look, Let me go try to get the password from her. I will be back momentarily. All right, we are back with the password. Let me make sure I turn the camera so you guys can't see the password. And yeah, it looks to be a different password than what I had. So let's type that in here. You guys can't see that, can you? You can't see that, can you? Let me make sure it's right. All right, cross your fingers. And it worked. Okay, excellent. Update the password. All right. And just set this aside real quick. I'll bring that into her in a sec. So, oh, I think she sold a third thing. I think she sold a third thing. Let me go find out. That was the most recent one, right? All right, it's not ready to be packed up yet, so we're just gonna ship these two things. So the Lulu Free to Be bra. Throw that in here. PayPal powered by ShipStation. Oh, they have a whole new shipping thing now. Hopefully it's not too hard to connect these two things. All right, let's see. Thermal billing address. Put in my address. Yeah, I guess haven't shipped anything on PayPal in a few months. I guess they don't have their own sort of shipping software anymore or whatever. They use ShipStation. So you have to connect the account, which I am doing here. There we go. We want to use the PayPal balance first, and then the bank account. So we will agree and continue. This weighs 4 ounces for the bra. Still processing our sign up. Let's see, that's a little bigger, so I'm gonna put it in this guy for this All Yours hoodie. Looks like it's coming up here now. Okay, so this is envelope 4 ounces, custom package. It's just a small envelope. Large envelope or flats. There we go. Come on, they make you put in all this info for an envelope? That's so lame. 11 by 9. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's tiny, it weighs 4 ounces. I should just have to put in the weight, which is 0 pounds, 4 ounces. No delivery confirmation. No insurance. Calculate rates. Not sure I'm a big fan of this ShipStation. Looks like you gotta put in too much info for all this. Whoa, except that's a pretty good price for this first class. Is that first class package? Available shipping on. Oh, it's because I put it was a flat. It's not a flat, really. Yeah. I think packages must weigh less than 600. Package weighs. Yeah, it's not a flat. So I just have to do custom package and then say like 11 by 9 by 1 inch or something. 4 ounces, none, calculate rates. Yeah, no, that's all right. $3.86, which was the same price for this guy on eBay. That was 4 ounces. So it's the same discount on here as on there. Purchase label. It seems to take a while to process. This is my first time using this ShipStation print label. So print, save as PDF, save it in the personal account, the date. Let's go back and do the other. Should be the Lulu fleece hoodie. Print shipping label. What's this one gonna be? 15, 12, 4. 15, 12, 4. Pretty annoying that they make you measure these, and it is going to be 2 pounds. Make sure that address is right. And this one's going to cost $8.40 to ship. Print the label. Yeah, there's a lot of steps in this process. It's kind of annoying, but that's what you gotta do. Number 2. Save it. Now I will pull them up. Control P to print that. At least it prints properly. There we go. Control P. Wait, what? Oh. Yeah, Control P. Okay. Print that. There we go. Alright. That was kind of an annoying process for just shipping a couple pieces of clothing. But we did it. Alright. And with that, guys, we are done with all the shipping today. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 15 minutes. We've shipped over $1,600 worth of stuff, over 10 packages, I think 12 or 13 packages, over $150 worth of postage. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you guys got some good info out of this. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, that really helped me. And if you want to catch some of my live streams in the future, make sure you hit the bell icon so you get notified when I go live until I come up with some kind of streaming schedule. Which probably won't be in the near future. So, make sure you hit the bell icon so you get notified when I go live. With that said, have a nice day, and I am out. In just a second.